Yes, people. What's going on? It's Eagle Talks Football, and I'm back again with another video. And today we got everyone in the house. We got the wonderful Dawood in the building. How you doing, Dawood? You doing good?
Good, man. Yeah, just buzzing off that game tonight. Real Madrid humbling Chelsea. Yeah, I'm all happy.
Let's get it. We got Matt in the building. Matt, how you doing?
I'm good. Same as Dawood. Buzzing. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Let's get it. And we got Sam, late edition, just jumped in. Sam, how you doing?
I'm good. Sorry I'm late. I haven't used this stream in so long.
No worries at all. It's just like good old times. Back on the stream talking about Arsenal, right?
I'm back.
We got one more that's going to be jumping on. Kunle is going to be joining us anytime now. There he is. You ask and you shall receive. There you go, my guy. Kunle, how you doing, bro?
Oh yeah, now my people. It's your dark-skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, tonight you go understand. What's good, my people? Smash the like button.
Yo, guys, we got a lot to talk about. We're gonna go in chronological order. First, we got to talk about the Liverpool game. Then we got to talk about everything about the Liverpool game. Then we move on to the West Ham game. Then we got to complain a little bit about the fact that they changed the fixtures on us for the Chelsea game. If you guys don't know, some of you guys might not be affected if you're not going to the game, like Kunle. But what do you call it? Then you got people talking about Saliba's injury situation. Wherever you guys want to talk about that, we can talk about that. And then there's a couple little transfer rumors. I know you guys know about Declan Rice. I know you guys probably heard about a certain Gravenberch over the last couple 24, 48 hours. They've been talking about him. But long story short, people in the chat, wherever you guys want to go, we'll go where you guys want to go. People are talking about the Chelsea fixture. Yeah. If you don't know, let's just get this out of the way. Sorry, someone's mic is very loud. Is that you, Kunle? Yeah, I think it's you, Kunle. Don't worry. We'll just mute that for a bit. But if you guys don't know, Arsenal and Chelsea's fixture has been moved. And guys, they moved the fixture for the dumbest reason. Basically, because of the policing, they've now moved the fixture from Saturday to Tuesday night, which means people who traveled or planned their weekend to come for that weekend can't come to the game that weekend, and they're gonna have to move their plans or change their plans to watch it on the weekdays. And a lot of people can't travel down to London to watch the games on the weekdays. For example, I don't live in London, but I would come down to London to watch the games. So it's like now my whole plans are ruined. I was planning on going to that game. I don't know. Maybe I'm just complaining, but I feel like when they make these changes, they don't care about the fans. They kind of just do it based on policing reasons, based on other things. They're always willing to make changes for other things. But when it comes to changes that benefit the fans, you never really see that.
Yeah.
How many times do Arsenal fans have to go down to Bournemouth on a weekday? Or like you have freaking it's so dumb. But yeah, it is what it is. For anyone who doesn't know, that is the one thing. Also, Arsenal tickets right now, it's impossible to get. Have you guys tried to get tickets?
I tried, yeah, boy. I just gave up. I went on for about half an hour. I said, what's the point? Just exit. There's no point. Listen, for anyone who doesn't know, the last game of the season's tickets came up, and it was an absolute nightmare. This is what happened. If you tried to buy tickets, you had a 2-minute window to log in and get the tickets, and you'd be at the front of the line. Everyone who was waiting didn't get any tickets. If you were waiting, you didn't get tickets. The only way you got tickets is if you logged in between like a 10-minute window between 2 o'clock, between 8:20 and 8:30, and you waited the whole time until it got released. And anybody who logged in early, they got timed out and they got kicked out. And anybody who logged in later, they were at the back of the line and they missed out. So a bunch of robots already scooped up the tickets, and there's some fans that actually got it. But Arsenal's trying their best to try to get rid of the robots buying tickets, but it doesn't seem like it's helping. It's messed up. But yeah, let's forget about all that. We've done all the due diligence. Now let's get into the Liverpool Arsenal game. What's everyone saying? What's everyone saying? What do you guys think about that game? Because for me, we could have won the game easily, but we ended up at the end, we could have easily lost. It was weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say about that game. I watched it back a couple of times now, and we got lucky getting a draw. If you look at it in hindsight, it was 1 point gain, not 3 point drop, because second half we hardly made any chances. I don't think Alisson he made that one save with Gabriel's header, who should have made it 3-1. I think if Gabriel made it 3-1, I think it would have been game over. But yeah, it's 1 point gained. I don't know how Liverpool didn't win that game. I was on the Football Times a couple of days ago and talking about Arsenal bottling it. If you're 2-0 down and you don't win, it's like bottling. I said, one is Anfield. Two, it's if they get a goal early, which they did before half time, and they've got 45 minutes to get another goal, it's so hard. I can't remember another team that played that well against them in half an hour, 35 minutes. Every team that's come there to Anfield struggled. We're the first team, even after sending an interview, he said we're the first team he can remember that actually went to Anfield, dominated for 35 minutes, and we should have finished the game off by half time. But that's like, we've got a young team, we've got an inexperienced team, but we live and learn. And yeah, for me, it's 1 point gain, not 3 point losses. 3 point loss.
What about you, Sam? What are you saying? 1 point gain or 2 points dropped?
Definitely a 1 point gain. I'd say the first 35 minutes, that was us. It was all us. And then the last 5 minutes, we needed half time. We needed half time so badly because they started growing into the game to the point where we were making really like indecisive passes. People weren't exactly moving how they should be moving. Like usually we're able to kind of read the game correctly. Odegaard wasn't on his best form because usually he knows how to like take control of the game, but he wasn't even doing that. Xhaka wasn't even at his best in that game either. Martinelli was just doing, I love Nelly, I do, but sometimes he just holds onto the ball for so long. Let it go. Let it go. Pass it. At least get the ball moving as close as possible to the goal. Second half, I'm not gonna lie, that second half, my heart was in defib. I don't know how on earth we survived that. The chances after chances after chances. I said Gabriel's header was probably our best chance, as mentioned before. And then Ramsdale saves. Oh my days. Ramsdale saves here. You know them ones you just think, what just happened? Yeah. What just happened? Because if Konate just put extra oomph in his head, it would have gone in. Simple as that. And then after that, we would have been like, what's going on now? But for us to go to Anfield and get a draw, I'm not mad at it. I'm not completely mad at it. But it's a lesson learned because the subs that were made as well didn't understand where Arteta was trying to go with it. Obviously, Jesus hasn't played a full 90 yet. Maybe that's why he came off. Odegaard, I wasn't sure why he came off. Obviously, Kiwa's sub, everyone was like, what's going on here? Maybe Arteta wanted to chat up shop, but is he the right person to do that? He hasn't even had one full game on a big stage like that. It's crazy, but it's definitely 1 point gained for sure.
I think there's so many things you just touched on right there with Arteta substitutions, Jakub Kavor. We're gonna have to get into that, but just give us your quick cliff notes. What are you saying? Matt? What is your take on the game?
You know what? It was one of them afterwards. I was like, 2 points dropped. And then I'm watching it again and I just saw the 2 saves at the end and I thought, no. That's a point gained, 100%. And, the first 30 minutes, I thought, my God, 2-0 up. And I kept saying to myself, we need one more goal. Because the thing is, when you're at Anfield, it takes anything little. We've seen them do it to the best teams before, Barcelona, Man United. It's Anfield factor. And when Salah got that goal, I went, yeah, we're in for it in the second half. And we were getting absolutely pummeled in that second half. But listen, we survived it. We got the point. I do believe that, I'm not going to go too deep into it now, I do think Zinchenko should have been removed just before that. I felt like it was good to bring Tierney on at that point because I felt like we needed the fresh legs at that point at left back. And I think you could see that even with his attempt to get the ball when he got nutmegged. So, yeah.
But Tierney should have come on at least 10 minutes before he
I fully agree.
Yeah.
I think everyone here would probably agree. I think we're going to have to start with Mikel Arteta's decision-making because that seems like what everyone's getting onto. But what are you saying, Kunle? What do you think about the game?
First of all, big up Mustafa and Hussam in the chat. Big up Sammy, long time, man, since you've been on
in the chat.
What I will say is it is 1 point gained. If you take yourself out of the game, it's 1 point gained. Like in terms of, if you told me at the start of the season we'd take 4 points off Liverpool, I'd snatch your arm off for that. We've been taking nil par for like so many seasons. You get me? So 4 points is amazing. But with that being said, it is definitely a missed opportunity. We're being 2-0 up at Anfield. We're like in control of the game. We threw it away. We caught a little bit of a lifeline, but like being at 2-1, we were still leading the game, and it was the opportunity for Arteta.
A draw.
Yeah, a draw, man.
These men are
You know
like
these Liverpool fans.
Hey, you didn't win,
bro. Sam, they're
The
in the
comments
mud.
at the bottom
They're
are bugging
celebrating
me.
draws,
We didn't
man.
have
Come on,
like.
let's.
They've
got to celebrate wins against draws
season.
against the league leaders.
They've been having a tough season. That was their best performance of the season. Let's be honest.
Come on, man. Let them have it, Sammy. Let them have it, man.
I'm sorry.
What else have they got? What else have they got to play for, bro? What else they got to play for this season? They need this.
Neck about a draw. Anyway,
listen, it's mad. Usually we
go on like they beat us at the Emirates.
Usually we lose 5-0, but now it's like a draw at Anfield apparently is something where you get violated for. It's mad. Yeah. How are we getting violated?
It's crazy. Like, at Anfield as well, they make like we choked the league and all that, bro. How many teams like only Leeds by accident won there this season?
Yo, Kunle,
and Real Madrid.
Is there a built-in mic on the computer? Because your mic's moving mad, bro.
Why was it? What's it saying?
Bare static.
For real? Right,
yeah. Check out the stream. Maybe you can hear it. But yo, when it comes to, has this been happening to you guys? Have you guys all been trying to get violated by Liverpool fans or mostly rivals? What is it?
You know what? More rivals. Yeah. Like I had Spurs fans piping up. I went, please, I'm not going to respond to them. There's just no point.
How's my mic now? Is it all right?
Yeah. It's not as bad as before. It's not as bad as before. I don't know what was going on earlier. It sounded like you're in a hurricane. But yo, big up skills in the chat. Okay, so let's begin with Mikel Arteta's decision making, because everyone wants to talk about Mikel Arteta's decision making. Did Arteta's substitutions make any effect to the game, or do you guys feel like the substitutions were wrong?
As soon as he started taking off Gabriels Jesus, Odegaard, I think that's when we struggled to keep the ball because we kept on going long. Trossard's not going to beat Van Dijk and Konate in the air. And I think that's one of the reasons why he didn't start Trossard, because of the amount of time Gabriel Jesus wins the ball and then like takes the pressure away from the defense. As soon as Jesus went up, I think he took Jesus a bit off too early, because that's when Liverpool started pressuring us a lot. And I think the substitutions, like Kiwior, I don't understand why he made that substitution, because as soon as he came on, Darwin Núñez had that one-on-one chance. I'm thinking, oh my, this guy, he needs this is not the type of game where you need 5-10 minutes to get into it. You have to be straight in it.
I thought you don't take Kiwior at Anfield when he's not even started a Premier League.
Yeah. I thought he would have put on Tierney on first, then put on Kiwior after, but putting Kiwior on and then Tierney, because that side, Trent and Salah, they needed help. Gabriel and Zinchenko needed help, and he should have took Zinchenko off at least 10 minutes.
Everyone could see that Tierney was needed in that.
Yeah, for some reason, he's always hesitant of like putting Tierney on. I don't understand. Yeah. If Tomiyasu wasn't a bench, he would have came on a lot earlier. But I think
Tomiyasu would have started.
I think Yasu would have started. He cooked Salah last time.
Yeah, he played him left back for a reason. But the thing is, he should trust Kieran Tierney a little bit more. Have a little bit more faith in Kieran Tierney. Instead of Jakub Kevor, if Kieran Tierney came in, I think we see out at least a little bit longer in the game, because it was Zinchenko's error that led to the goal. And you got nutmegged, and we seen he was emotional at the end of the game. Personally, I don't think a lot of these guys on Twitter have never ever played ball in their life. The way they're making fun of somebody crying or getting angry or emotional.
Are they making fun of him for real?
Yeah. That's why I stay off Twitter. It's like, have you guys never seen someone upset during a game? Like, are you only supposed to be upset when something good, when something really bad happens to you, or can you not be upset when something happens during a game that you feel like is like your fault?
No, but you know why they're having a go at Zinchenko. You know why. Come on, let's be honest.
Why? Because he's been having a good season? Because he's an Arsenal player?
Nah, bro, we're top of the league. Like, what else? They they're laughing at us for drawing at Anfield. Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous in your
Oh,
life?
I seen a
It's a
journalist
joke.
write an article say this is the William Gallas moment for this season. This season's done.
Ugh.
Oh,
He's crying at
man.
he's crying at Anfield. The season's done. He knows the league's done. What, like at this point, journalists have lost all credibility in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
The agenda is clear to see, man.
But yeah, getting back to the substitutions, I feel like the Jesus substitution and Odegaard substitution didn't make sense.
I understand the Odegaard substitution. I understand that one because we weren't dominating on the ball as much. But for Kiwiya,
I understand why he went off, but who came on for him is what I didn't understand. That's why.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would have understood if he put on Tierney. Someone said earlier we should have put Jorginho on to kick the ball a bit more, but I said that game wasn't for Jorginho because the amount of set pieces that they're winning and the crossing the ball.
Jorginho does not have the legs to keep up with the Liverpool counter-attack.
Yeah. Another thing I was seeing
in the middle.
Yeah, people said that, but I think he had a good game. Xhaka had a good game alongside.
Yeah, he had a good game.
Partey.
No, but this is the thing. If Arteta didn't want to lose the ball carrying of Zinchenko and the IQ of him, then he could have put him in the middle, put Tierney left back, and taken Xhaka off. Like it wouldn't have really affected the game in a negative way. I don't think we would have seen out the 2-1.
Yeah, I think I'd probably say that.
You're on mute, bro.
How do I get on mute? Look, I'm just gonna say this: when it comes to Mikel Arteta making mistakes, he's allowed to make mistakes. We're allowed to criticize the guy when he makes mistakes. People who are always saying Mikel Arteta got us here, we can't criticize him. No, we can criticize him. It's just the reality is he's made mistakes this season a couple times. He's gotten more things right than wrong. And this game, similar to the Manchester United game away, he trusted the wrong people. And brought on the wrong people at the wrong time, and it cost us the game. Where Manchester United, he tried to go for it. This game, he tried to shut up shop way too early. Gave them way too much possession.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I'm not mad at him for that because we were not creating anything. Nothing.
Come on.
Occurring.
To shut up shop in the 68th minute, Sammy. Come on, man.
No, but true. But at the same time, what were we really creating?
No, but we can see the game out at 2-1.
Saka wasn't really able to even make chances happen either. And I said, would it be mad if he brought on Nelson for Saka?
I would have brought on Trossard for Saka personally, and then kept Jesus on the pitch personally because he was having a howler to Saka. And Arteta needs to not be scared to take Starboy off. He is Starboy, I get it, but if he's having a stinker, he's having a stinker.
He is the one person that should have come off. He just looked, he didn't look sharp. And of course, he's the star boy. What can he do? But at the same time, if we needed legs, we needed aggressiveness, we needed movement in the counter-attack. That's what we didn't have.
You know what? Matt, what are you saying? What do you think we needed in the game before we move on to the West Ham game?
Do you know what? I agree with most of you. I feel like by making them substitutions in terms of going defensive in the 68th minute. Because at that point, Liverpool just thought, you know what, let's keep going. And the pressure cooker went right up. And honestly, right till the last minute, like Sammy said, defib, mate, I don't even know if I would have survived after defib. I was out on I don't even know, I was finished. But yeah, I feel like he needs to not be scared to do the whole Tierney move. I feel like the Zinchenko one is because he likes the whole, when he inverts and plays as that extra midfielder and stuff like that. But sometimes you just got to say, do you know what? Bring Tierney in, put him there. And like Kunle was saying, you could have put Zinchenko in there, put Tierney left back, and we might have seen that out better. But once again, listen, we've got a point, so let's not try and be too negative. But he could have done a bit better. But he's going to learn. He's new in this game. He'll learn from that. And I'm sure we won't see the same mistake moving forward.
Moving on to the next part that I wanted to talk about. What did you guys think about the two Gabriels scoring a goal? It's good to have Gabriel Jesus back on the score sheet, Gabriel Martinelli getting on the goal sheet, both of them making impacts and continuing their good form from the previous game.
Yeah, Gabriel Jesus, I think what he's got now, he's got 3 goals in 2 games that he started. So people thought that because he went through that patch where he wasn't scoring in 11 games, was it something like 11 games before the World Cup? And but he was still having a massive impact in the games. But now that he's scoring and he's still having a massive impact, he's a guy that in big games, he's a big game player. We needed him definitely yesterday. I don't think on Sunday. Sorry, I don't think if he didn't play on Sunday, I think we might have lost that game because of the way he holds the ball up and his link up play and everything. But it's great to see him scoring. Gabriel Martinelli, this guy is our top goal scorer, I think, with 14 league goals. He's getting better and better. But just that for me, like that last second of the game, that Martinelli Xhaka chance, where it's that last pass where that could have sealed us the title. But yeah, we couldn't have everything. But what a performance by Martinelli! What a performance by Jesus! These two Brazilians, they're staying on the same level as Bukayo Saka, because a lot of people, especially rivals, saying that Bukayo Saka has been carrying us a whole season, but proves it that if one person doesn't step up, there's quite a lot of players in our team that are actually stepping up.
Yo, guys, Martinelli has the most goals an Arsenal player has scored, bar Aubameyang, and the most non-penalty goals a player has scored for Arsenal. It's in 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Alexis Sanchez. Since Alexis Sanchez, no one has scored more non-penalty goals in the Premier League than Gabriel Martinelli. We gotta, you know what? He stepped up big time. I didn't expect this type of improvement from him.
Egal, remember me? I don't remember. It was either on my channel or your channel. We were talking about his end product and he needs to do more and all this sort of stuff. We need a player that can start instead of him. I was definitely a culprit of that, and he's gone from strength to strength this season. Goals, assists, dribbles. He's a baller. Like, I still see him as a centre forward long term because I think he's the best finisher at the club currently, I believe. But boy, he's stepped up massively this season, man. He does. I agree with Sammy what she was saying.
Non-believers.
No, I never didn't believe. I just said he needed to do more, and I didn't think he'd go to this level so quickly. Like, he couldn't even cross the ball last season. Now he's got assists galore in him. It's mad. He's really worked in that preseason and pushed on. I love it, man. Big up to Arteta because he's worked with him massively. Remember when everyone was dissing Arteta for keeping him out of the side? Why not giving him a run? He obviously saw what we didn't see, and he's managed him perfectly. And look at him now; he's flying, bro.
Free Martinelli days, eh? I know exactly
remember that.
what you're talking about. Sam, you're gonna say something before we go on to the next topic?
No. I was just saying, the non-believers. I was always Nelly in forever and always. I knew he had it in him, and it's amazing to see how he's flourished this season alone. And his PR, they need work because they need to talk about Nelly more. Like, we're not hearing enough about his season this far. Like, he's having a top tier season, and the thing is, I feel like this is just the beginning. I do agree that he is suited to be a centre forward. I do agree with that, but in the system right now, he suits that position quite well. So if he's ever called upon, he can do it.
There you go. And you know what? There's no insult to trying. This comment right here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like Sammy was saying, there were people that didn't believe. Before the season, I remember I said on a few channels, 15 Premier League goals from Martinelli, and people laughed at me. Mm-hmm. And I'm just waiting till he gets that 15th, and I'm coming for everybody. Because you can see he had the potential.
Did you make a bet or something? You know what?
Listen. I put on TikTok. I put on. Listen, I'm ready. You'll see it. You'll see it. Come on when he gets.
I want to see how many goals is Jesus on now. That's what I need to know.
He's on
8 goals.
8 goals. Yeah.
I need Jesus to get 15 goals by the end of the season. If
I
that's
would love
possible.
That. As long as he's on more goals than Mr. Darwinism, calm.
Nah, but right now he's not. That's the problem. He's on 8 goals.
But my point is, as long as he is,
come the end of the season, yeah.
And considering that he was 4 months out.
Hey, all comps, he has 11 goals for us. Because he scored 3 goals in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Who? Darwin?
No. Oh no, Emirates Cup don't count. What am I talking about? I thought that was FA. I thought that was FA Cup.
I know some Brazilian strikers that haven't scored 1 Prem goal.
Oh,
Bro, forget about Richarlison, bro. That guy done out here. That guy, I can't believe people wanted him over Jesus. Like Don Robbie and these guys were saying they wanted him over Jesus. I was like, yo, what? You kidding me?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nah, Jesus' technical ability and everything's amazing. But now let's get into the Xhaka incident with Trent. The Xhaka incident with Trent it has sparked conversation, and I want to know where you guys lie on this conversation. Some people blame Granit Xhaka for the whole debacle that led to the opening goal, and then from there say Granit Xhaka is to blame for the whole reason why we drew this game. I think people are taking it way overboard to the level where articles are being written that Granit Xhaka's fury led to Arsenal's demise, or as if he started the whole thing.
Clipped Trent's ankles. He didn't do anything.
Trent two-hand pushed him in the back, and apparently we're supposed to sit there and just take it. Like,
but you go.
Yeah,
this is what I would say, because I don't think he can be scapegoated for the whole thing, but he's responsible for the momentum shift, because at that moment, hold on, let me land. At that moment, if he just lets Trent push him and walk away, there's no reason for the Anfield crowd. We'd silenced them at that point. They were quiet. He riled them up. That's not the reason we lost the game, though. I don't think that's the reason, but that's the reason why the momentum changed towards the end of the first half. I still think we had more than enough time to fix it in the second half, and that's down to Arteta. But yeah, Xhaka did shift the momentum. We were on top of the game, and he woke up the crowd. And obviously, you saw Trent with all that, getting the crowd involved from there. I think Hussam put it best. We gave them a reason to want it more a little bit. But I still think there was enough that Arteta could have done to save that. So I can't blame Xhaka for that result at all. No way.
By the way, Konate started the whole thing. So everyone who's saying Xhaka started it, it's actually Konate, Yassir.
Yeah, because Konate pushed Xhaka first, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So basically, you're supposed to see, when you go to Anfield, because the crowd is different to every other crowd in world football, you're not supposed to threaten. You're not supposed to anger them. That's what articles are saying.
Yes.
You anger Anfield, you feel the wrath. Like,
but this is no, but Igal, let's be honest. It's been evident on so many occasions, bro. Like, it's not a myth.
Bro, come on, it's so cliche.
Bro, it's not a myth. No, it's not. No, bro, it's not about it being so cliche. There's no stadium in world football like Anfield, bro. Let's be honest. Igal, we've been getting pammed there every season for the last how many years, bro? And you're talking about it's not. This is the facts. It's not a normal stadium. Like,
I think regardless, I know it's because it's Xhaka. It's so easy for people to be like, it's Xhaka. Regardless, Liverpool couldn't have played any worse than they did in that first half. They were always going to come out second half and do whatever. But there might have been, by Trent doing that, yes, cool, the crowd went up. But I just think it was just one of them things. It's one of them things.
What about you? What about you?
Time to adjust anyway.
What about you, Double?
2-0 up, like
Anfield, everything. You've been there before.
Yeah, I've been to Anfield a couple of times. It's one of them ones. Like the fans are so close to the stadium. Mm-hmm. It's like it's not like the Emirates where there's like a massive gap. It's if you do one little thing to rile up the fan base, it's just like that spark that they have. And they didn't play amazing in the second half. They just played to the fans' emotions. The players. It was chase after the ball, win every draw, win free kicks. Football. It
was.
There's no other. Literally, Klopp had no tact. Klopp's tactic basically with that game was put as many forwards as possible, get the ball in the box, and see what happens. There was no link play by Liverpool. There was no nothing. And then we played to that emotion. Man City do that every single season at Anfield. The first 20 minutes, Man City, the stadium is quiet, and then there's that one moment. And then the game changes, and then Man City lose their heads. Xhaka, he should have lost his head, because I think if we just let it happen, I think 2-0 going to halftime, 2-0, I think would have won the game. But that moment with him and Trent was playing an awful lot before that challenge. And then as soon as the second half, I don't know what happened. It was like Klopp must have said something at halftime saying that, boys, we've got nothing to lose. Go for it. And they only had to score one goal as well. So that first goal, that Henderson, it wasn't even a pass to Salah. It was a shot. And then Salah behind Gabriel Magalhaes, and then he scores. And I'm thinking everything's going for them. And then the referee, he just letting every challenge go, and then it's when the referee does that, lets every challenge go. That's when the fans start to get more passionate. And I didn't understand that one bit. And I don't blame the referee. Paul Tierney is just a poor referee. His referee does 7 games. We haven't won any of them games. And I don't know. It's Anfield. It's Paul Tierney. I don't know. Everything was just against us. But yeah, at one point, Ramsdale world class. Yeah. And shout out to Gabriel Magalhaes, like the guy, he was man-marking Mohamed Salah because Zinchenko was going to midfield. Gabriel was basically playing left back, and for a guy that's a centre back, man-marking one of the fastest wingers in the Premier League as a centre back, he had him in the first half. That goal was obviously very lucky, but the whole game, Salah basically he had 2 shots, 2 attempts, and then basically didn't do anything. Gabriel Magalhaes was a star performance by him.
If it wasn't for Ramsdale's heroics, Gabriel Magalhaes would have been easily the player of the game. But we got to talk about one thing. Ramsdale's heroics. Everybody here, just take a second. Understand, this was a guy who we said Leno's better than him. This is a guy who people criticized and got angry when we signed him. This is a guy who had to turn off his Twitter notifications, deactivate his account when he got signed by Arsenal. This is a man who got relegated twice, and people said when he came to Arsenal, we were bottom of the league, 20th, just lost to Man City. We're going to get relegated.
I never doubted.
That's what people were saying.
I never doubted.
I don't know if you're being accurate or not. But what I can say is there was a lot of people.
I'll tell you why after you.
1 second. All I can say is there was a lot of people when we signed him were angry. They wanted Newcastle's Freddie Woodman. There's people who wanted some other guys. I remember people wanted, who's currently the Wolves goalkeeper, Neto, that came from Barcelona. My dumbass wanted him. Everybody was calling for stuff. So I know some of you guys were too. So don't act like you're all innocent. Don't act like you're all innocent. Some of you guys were like, "Yo, what Ramsdale?"
No, I was there.
I backed him.
Listen, once he got signed, I backed it. Once I seen that once I spoke to some Sheffield United fans, I was actually on board. But before, when we first were getting links, and it was kind of like you're just hearing about it, I was like, "What?" But then after a while, I kind of warmed up to it. But it is what it is. What are you saying? What are you saying, Sam? You were one of the people who once doubted him.
I was not on it at all. Sorry. Relegated twice. Huh?
Yeah.
30 mil.
Listen, 30 mil, cool, but it was going to take a lot to prove that you are going to play for Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? This is the Arsenal. You can't just be any kind of goalkeeper. But what I'll say is Ramsdale has saved our necks a lot of times. Like, a lot of times. I'm not going to say Leno's better or Leno was this, Leno was that. What I will say is Ramsdale really showed that he's the number 1 goalkeeper for a reason. Only thing that is left from his repertoire is being a penalty saver. That's it. He's good on his feet. His distribution is great. But please, I beg you, just 1 penalty. I beg you, please. That's it. And then you'll be number 1 for England. Simple.
And if he can save that penalty against Man City away, similar to how like what's it called, Fraser Foster, Ben Foster did his thing on the weekend.
That's a 40-year-old right there doing that. Come on,
that's emotional. That was emotional. The guy, 96th minute, 100 points versus 100 points, winner probably wins the league. 97th minute, last kick of the game, he saves it against the highest goal scorer in the league. Mental. That's storybook stuff right there. But if Ramsdale could do something like that, crazy.
But he did. That Liverpool game is something that you will never witness again. Yeah. Because really and truly, it would have been 3-2.
To me, the save that
Ramsdale's got a few more of those in his locker, Sammy. Come on.
The save that's not
listen, I'm not against it.
The save that's not spoken about. People speak about the Konate one. People speak about the Salah one. The Nunez 1-on-1. After KVR made the mistake.
Oh, yeah, that was
just as important as the other 2. But you know what? Big up to him. We faced 21 shots.
Yeah, but Nunez really and truly should score that, but he made himself big, though.
By the way, we faced 21 shots in the game, and we faced 10 shots on target from the 80th minute onward. How on earth did we not lose that game?
That's
Ramsdale. But no, you know what? Just want to touch on it quickly, what Sam was saying about the penalties. The issue that I have with it as well, he never looks like he's gonna save them. It's concerning.
Yeah, he never gets close, bro.
Yeah, like
it's not.
Like, you know, like some keepers, you see them, they get the hand, it's just in. Like you look at that Salah one, it was beyond him before he even got to the right, and he just thought, But
guys, let me tell you why I backed him. Obviously, I wanted initially that summer. I wanted Onana. I didn't even hear about the Ramsdale thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I went to Onana.
Yeah, but once I knew that we weren't getting him, and I heard the Ramsdale thing, the reason why I bought into it is like Arteta clearly had a style of play. So if he's bringing in Aaron Ramsdale, he's got to be good at playing from the back. It doesn't make any logical sense for him not to be. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, do you know what? Let me just get behind this because it has to make sense. Why would he bring a guy in if it doesn't make sense? And it's the same. It was the same reason why I was so confident about Jesus, because that's the first striker that Arteta has signed. So I knew if he's signing a striker, he knows the purpose of this striker and he knows exactly how he's going to use him.
He didn't need introductions. Ramsdale did.
Yeah, but no, I know what you mean. But you get like people were worried about whether Jesus could perform as a number 9. The reason why is because I know he had to sign a striker, his first striker. He was always going to be the right mold that Arteta needed. So that's why I believe in our manager and his talent ID.
You know what? We're gonna move on and ask. I want to talk to you guys about something that Arteta brought from Manchester City. Have you guys noticed the dark arts that Arsenal are implementing in these games?
Yeah.
Have you guys clocked it?
Ramsdale's the best at it.
Have you clocked it? Ben White just touching up people on a weird thing in corners. You got people messing around with penalty spots, doing all this crazy stuff, tactical fouls, everything. We pulled out all the stops, and you know when I knew shit was going wild, when Bukayo Saka's getting booked for time wasting. I'm like, yo, we're doing everything. We're doing the most.
Please tell me you lot have seen the timeouts trick that we use. Like whenever Ramsdale goes down, I know that's when Arteta wants to be like, and then literally, I love it.
It's like team talk. What's next? How are you doing it? What's the build?
People are saying, what do you call it? Gabriel Martinelli is a cheater. He didn't get kicked in the head, but he's pretending he got kicked in the head. I don't care what anybody tells me. If a ball gets kicked and it deflects off your head, don't you think that's a head injury?
No.
I'm with you, Gal. Let's run it. Let's run the narrative,
guys.
Let's run the narrative
of the dark arts. Fair, but
yeah.
Come on.
Listen,
a head injury.
If
got hit by the ball.
Let me ask you a question. If Konate kicked the ball and the ball was already near your head, and then the force of the kick hits your head as the first thing
that's different because that's someone's leg up in the air like that. Why is it up there in the first place? I get why kicked. That is a head injury.
He didn't get
kicked and the ball hits your head, then that's the ball hitting your head.
Yeah, it might hurt though. It might have hurt. So he went down.
The ball hitting your head.
The ball hit his head after
we didn't feel the pressure, so we can't say.
The ball hit his head after it was kicked. I don't know. Dawood, you tell me. You used to be a striker.
To be fair, I remember that. Konate's leg was doing hitch kick. Yeah, I get that.
Dawood, you tell me. If a guy kicks the ball and the ball deflects off your head after he just kicked it, do you think you'd go down?
If I'm Brazilian, yeah, I'd go down. If I'm English, I wouldn't go down. If I'm Brazilian, yeah, because bro, that shot was powerful, man. That shot was powerful. I understand. Yeah, I understand because these players, we might think that on TV the shots are not, bro. If you see them in real life, the ball moves quick.
Yes. No, but quick. I did say, if it's coming from someone's leg up at like 180 degrees, fair, because obviously there's power behind that. But if the ball is being bounced off your head casually, that's what you do every day in training.
How do you know it was casual?
I see. Listen, all I gotta say is, you know me, I tweeted about it. Next thing you know, I have a bunch of Man United fans telling me I'm delusional. So I just left it. I just left it to see what people said, the natural discourse. And you know what? Not a lot of people are backing me in this one, so maybe I'm wrong. But let me know if you get kicked. If the ball gets kicked this close to your head, and it then deflects off the back of your skull, do you feel like that is enough to make you go down?
Probably is. It probably is, depending who's kicking it. Isn't it?
Probably to your knees. To your knees.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, this is what we're saying, guys. Let's not. I don't know. I didn't feel the pressure of the ball. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
It'd have to happen to me for me to answer accurately.
The fact that we're having this conversation during the dark arts section just explains it all. So I'm just gonna move on to should we go on to the West Ham game or should we go on to the title race first? Title race first, right?
They kind of coincide with each other, so.
Okay, so let's get into the title race. So for everyone who doesn't know, this is the current
Good
stand,
God
right?
Almighty, I don't think I can take this. Oh, my chest.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt the same way after they won against Southampton. I was like, yo,
They were always going to win against
normal. Yo, can be honest? How old were you guys when in the last title race? Because I wasn't old enough to friggin' like watch it consistently. Watch every
man's conceding ages.
It is. Hey, I was about to answer, and I was like, "Nah, I can't remember."
Listen. I'm 31, but bro, 2004, I wasn't watching football as much as I am now. And also, when I was watching it, I wasn't able to watch every game like I am now.
Nah, but I'm not gonna lie. I remember that Invincible, and I was unbearable for like 18 months. I remember every month I was unbearable.
But it was never. It was. If I'm not mistaken,
and this is before social media, I was unbearable. So
it was close at one point. Chelsea were close at one point. Man United were close at one point, but we just kept winning. At the beginning of the season, we weren't even first.
Yeah,
it was definitely different.
I can't remember that first title race because I was like 5-6 years old. But this is like the first one I've ever experienced. Proper title race, and it's like if we win it.
Not making me feel old in that.
Listen, this is why our hearts can't take it because what is this?
Okay, I get it. Let me help you guys. Look, just relax. First, you need to understand. Prepare your mind for this. That City are going to win every game. Just have that in your mind. Just keep that one ahead. And all we need to focus on is winning our next two games. No, first of all, winning our next. You're taking it too far. Let me help you. I said that. Relax. Wait. So the next two games, 2 wins. We go to the City game. If we get anything from that City game, we win the league. For me, I think momentum, mentality. Like we didn't lose here. If we can get a win, obviously, then it's not even. It's a complete done deal. But if we get a draw, it's still done for me.
My concern is. Sorry. My concern is. Go on, sorry.
I was just gonna say this. Comment section, be quiet. That's a picture of me when I was 9 years old with the R9 cut, chilling. Allow me. Don't say it. Don't question my ball ability ever again. Never again. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Were you saying, Sam?
Sorry, I was saying. Obviously, I understand. We've got 8 finals to go. Cool. Take each game as it comes. And my thing is, we need to make sure that we win every game possible. But there's certain teams that, they're techie. City, of course, are number one. We saw how they played yesterday. Bayern Munich, big boy Bayern Munich, got handled. Moving past that. Then Newcastle, we're going away to St. James Park.
You're thinking too far. Don't think about St. James's Park. Forget it.
How can I
forget it? Forget it until after the Etihad. Forget St. James's Park, please.
Think about West Ham first. And also, people, we got 52 people in the chat. Hit that goddamn like button right now. What are you doing? Why are you wasting your time? 51 people in the chat. Hit that like button. And you guys on TikTok, losers, get over here on YouTube. What are you doing? Anyways, continue. What are we saying? Dawood, are you worried about Man City, or are you just saying just win our game? What are you saying? What's your approach?
I'm not worried about. I'm joking. I am worried. I'm terrified of Man City. I'm terrified of Man City. They're the this is the great. I'd say this is the greatest Premier League team of all time. So it's like if we get Yeah,
One
I'd
of
say
the
that.
best.
Nah,
One of the
bro.
best
They
teams,
ain't beating my Invincibles. I'll tell you that. Obviously, you might not have enjoyed that season like I did. They're not beating the Invincibles. Facts.
Yo, Kunle, these guys could do a treble and they could do a three-peat this season.
But I don't do coulda, woulda, shouldas. Let them do it, and then we talk that in it.
Bro,
Because
we
Liverpool could have
need
done a
to
quad
get-
last season,
we
and
need
they
to
won
get, like,
2
93
domestic
points.
trophies, bro.
You need to get 93 points every season to win the title against Man City.
Bro, I'm telling you, this team is not beating the Invincibles. Are you joking me? Are you Henry against that back four? Are you having a laugh, bro?
Okay, maybe.
Like
maybe,
Rodri
maybe.
against Vieira. Come on, bro. Let's not.
Yeah,
do this,
yeah.
please.
I know.
Let's not do this.
But like,
It's long. It's
we have to
long.
be perfect.
It's a
Bro,
long
I
night.
was looking at it. I think you put it on Twitter or something. He said if we draw against Man City, we can draw against Newcastle, we can draw against City, and we can still win the league title.
By 1 point.
Yeah, by 1 point, 93
Yeah.
points, and they'll be on 92 points. So people say that Newcastle's a must win. Go to Etihad, get a draw minimum. If we can get a draw there, we can go to Newcastle and get. If we beat Man City, we can go to Newcastle and lose, and we can still win the title.
We're not losing
So-
at Newcastle. though.
But this is the
So-
problem, guys.
Tell them.
Pep and City in the business end of the season, they don't lose, bro. They don't lose.
Nah.
Look at last season.
Yeah,
they
they're
didn't
not.
lose a single
Forget the
game.
losing thing. We have to take something from City. Forget they're not losing, dropping any points anywhere else. We gotta win. We gotta not lose at City and win every game. That's the only way we do it, and that's the reason why I think we might do this season because of the manner we have to do it in. Because let's be honest, guys, we've been Arsenal fans for years, and if we didn't have high blood pressure, would he really be worth it for us? They need to put us through stress. They need to do it. Like they don't. Like I would like to win the league on, one of them, the way Leicester won the league when they were at home at someone's house watching TV, and I want to win it that way. I don't need no Aguero dramatics on the last day of the season. I don't need any of that. My blood pressure don't need it. But it's Arsenal. You know how we do. We want our fans to suffer, but we go win at the end.
Boy.
Hey, all I gotta say is their next game's against Leicester. Our next game's against West Ham.
Leicester
That's
won't do
like
anything.
5-0. 5-0 to see against Leicester.
No, but
That's
it's
not
a
gonna
new
do
manager.
anything.
It's a new manager.
Look,
bounce.
Ego. Did you not listen to anything I just said? You
New
ignored
manager
everything I
bounce.
just said and talking about new manager bounces at Leicester.
Okay.
They
Forget
got
about
Danny Ward in goal for
forget
Leicester.
about everything else. Forget about City.
Adam's scoring 4 goals.
Forget about City. Focus on our half of the table and our games. We got West Ham, Southampton next. West Ham is the next game. We play West Ham on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken.
Sunday. I think.
Sunday.
I'm sorry. Okay, so what time Sunday do we play? If I'm not mistaken.
I think it's the 2:00 game. I
Yeah,
think.
2 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, so what are we saying for that game Sunday versus West Ham?
We can't
West
lose
Ham-
to them, though.
Yeah.
We don't lose to West Ham. No. I'm not having it. We're not losing
No.
to West Ham.
I'm not saying win or lose. I'm saying, do you guys make any changes? Do you see anything different? Do you bring in Kieran Tierney? Do you rest Zinchenko? What do we do? Do we make any changes to our
We
team?
need Trossard back in the
I
starting
think
lineup.
trust.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
100%.
We need
For who?
Trossard
For
back.
who?
For Jesus.
Saka.
Jesus should not get benched.
Ah,
Look, but the
that's a
reason why
big call.
Jesus,
Big call.
when Jesus is scoring, you don't bench him. He's a confidence player, so
I
he's
didn't
going to
say
go on a
Jesus.
purple patch right now.
No,
Oh no,
Saka
not
might
you.
be a
Someone.
shout. Saka might be a
Egal
shout.
said it.
Saka,
I'm gonna give you guys an
Saka's
update.
only
There's somebody
Saka.
back from injury, by the way. Somebody's back in training.
God.
There's no one you need to know. Don't mention. Don't. Egal. Don't
He in
do
the
it. Don't do
14, yeah.
Somebody's back in training, but it's not.
Hey,
It's
take
not
it
William
on my
Saliba.
El Nene.
Eddie Nketiah is back in training, but
Yeah.
there's also reports coming out today, if I'm not mistaken, that Arsenal have gotten a big boost on the Willam Saliba front, and that he is close to returning. Reports came
They've
out.
given
from
him
90
morphine.
Min.
That's what they've done.
Reports came out from 90 Min yesterday. Yeah, he's not getting surgery. This is an injury where normally he would get this back injury. He would normally get surgery, but he's not going to get surgery.
Do we know
Reports
what
came
back injury is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
is
know.
it his spine? Is it muscular on his back? Like, what kind of injury is it?
You don't just get a back in, like you don't get a surgery for a back injury unless it's serious.
You know what? Let me just show you guys what it says. What
That's
it
what I'm
says.
so confused about. Like, what kind of back injury is
Let me
it?
show you guys. This is the Willam Saliba portion of the video, guys. 50 minutes into the stream. Hopefully, you guys are liking the stream. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. And also, Eddie Nketiah is back in the building. But you know what? Eddie Nketiah coming back is not what you guys are here to talk about. Am I wrong? You guys are here to talk about Willam Saliba being back. So first things first, you need to know that Sky Sports were reporting that Willam Saliba is close to returning to Arsenal. The Gunners were cautioned to bring him back because they don't want him to re-injure himself and have a re-injury emerge. Okay, I don't know what that was. That was Upamecano. Yeah,
so rude.
and then by the way,
violation.
Since Saliba has been injured, we've been conceding 1.3 goals per game. Prior to that, we were conceding less than a goal a game, 0.93. Just goes to show how important he is defensively to us. But this is the main report. Eddie Nketiah is back in training this morning. Willam Saliba is still absent. Eddie Nketiah will be back in the squad versus West Ham on Sunday. And the reports coming out about where is it? Here it is. Let me show you. This is it. Willam Saliba is close to returning. Caution. Oh, no, that's not the right one. This is the one. Willam Saliba is close to returning to full training. He's unlikely to feature versus West Ham, but not impossible. I personally believe that he is going to come off the bench versus Southampton at home, and he's going to start versus Manchester City away. That's what I think they're doing. I think they're saving him for the big game. I don't think they're risking him. That's what it is. And Liverpool, I'm not dissing Liverpool. I don't think they don't understand how big of a game Liverpool is, because at the end of the day, Rob Holding, it's not his fault, but Rob Holding did give away a penalty that didn't lead to anything. But the main reason why we lost was because if we had Rob Holding coming off the bench instead of Jakub Kebor, I believe that the 3-4-3 would have worked. But Jakub Kebor coming on is not a defensive center half. He's a ball-playing center half. You can't bring a ball-playing center half in to try to close out a game. Yeah. You should have brought in Kieran Tierney. You should have brought in something else. But yeah, Jorginho, even, it wasn't a game for Jorginho either.
No.
Let's not get it twisted. That was not a game for Jorginho. But yeah, people love that Upamecano slander. Why is that? Why do you guys love that?
Just funny. It just cracked me up.
It looks like him
also. No, because obviously the talk in the World Cup was he's better than Saliba and all that. So I think that's why they love it.
But by the way, do you guys want to spend some time talking about Saliba, or should we just move on? Because there's a lot of other news.
Can I just say something quickly? Also, David, you want to go?
No, you say, sorry.
No, I was going to say quickly. We saw in that Liverpool game, when we don't have him, we lose that composure and that calmness at the back. There were times in that game where, I don't know if anyone saw it, there was one where the ball went to Holding and he didn't even look to give a pass on the floor. It was literally up in the air. And the thing is, by that, the ball kept coming back. Yeah. And I just feel we missed that composure. And against someone like Liverpool, you need a Saliba. I feel like against teams like West Ham and Southampton, you can maybe get away with it. But when you're playing them top teams, we need Saliba there. Honestly. And not only that, with him as well, you can also play that higher line. We saw it against Liverpool at Emirates as well, where you let them go through. You can still
spot on that, man. That's spot on.
You know what I mean?
Give me your predictions for the West Ham game.
Sorry?
With the team that we have available, give me your predictions for the West Ham game, guys.
I feel we're gonna dust them. I feel they're playing tomorrow, ain't they? I think
they are. Yeah,
and no Paqueta, no Scamacca. There's no excuse. There's no excuse against West Ham.
Well, they're both injured.
They're still in Europe.
I think they're out. Yeah.
They're in the Conference League. Yeah, they're in the Conference
League, man.
They're playing against Genk, I think. Genk.
Yeah, Genk. Yeah.
They better go for that, because they're not going to get relegated, hopefully. But they better go for that.
Excuse.
Bro, they might get relegated, bro. So let's be serious right now.
Chelsea might get relegated.
I don't think they'll get relegated.
Hope they do.
They'll find
because then they stop asking them stupid prices for Declan Rice, man.
You know West Ham's weaknesses. They can't finish. They don't have an actual goal scorer.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's what I'm not scared about.
Defensively, our strength when it comes to passing and threading needle passes and making those final balls, they can't defend those either, because all their defenders are like park the bus type defenders. They're not defenders that can defend against pace. Look at who they have in their back line. Their best defender, for God's sakes, is what's his name? The guy who kicked the cat.
The other guys are right there. The Moroccan guys are right.
Yeah, the Moroccan guy is very good, man.
Aguero's
right. He's good.
The guy they just got.
Yeah,
I
he's
forgot
good,
his
man.
name.
Again, he's all right.
Aguero or something. He's decent,
Yeah.
man. He's decent.
I'm
But
not worried about
West Ham are
West Ham.
trash, man. Let's be honest. West Ham are
But
trash.
it's as long as you don't give away set pieces. West Ham thrive on set pieces.
Yes,
If
they
you give
do.
them,
Yeah.
you know how when they got corners, they bring Souček, Zuma, and they all do the back post. All three of them go together.
6'10", brother.
Exactly.
Yo, guys, let me tell you something. We batter them every year almost. Every year we win there.
I
we
wouldn't say every year. Do you not remember when we
Nah,
actually drew against them?
That
We
3-3,
represented
yeah,
ourselves.
Yeah, we were
3-0
3-0 down. 3-0 down at halftime.
Jesse Lingard, you know. Oh, no,
Listen,
no.
that game was the end of the season. Let's be real. That season was a write-off.
you gotta stop doing that, man.
Like,
You got it.
Literally this time, like
Yeah.
last 2 years ago.
I'm not
You
worried
guys-
about West Ham for
You
sure.
guys remember 2016
trash.
when we beat them 5-1?
Yeah, I remember
I think we could do that again.
If it was at home, it would have been so comfortable.
Oh,
But away
they
from
haven't
home.
beaten us at home. They haven't beaten us
No,
at
no,
home.
no,
But
I
I also remember
against
Andy Carroll scoring a hat trick against us, Eagle.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
all mad
Hey,
out here. So
Listen,
it's all mad
Liverpool-
out here, fam.
bro, you had a hell of a lot of confidence, and you know the history with Liverpool. So don't switch up on me now.
I know we're gonna win against West Ham, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying we're definitely beating West Ham. But I'm just saying it's not like we batter West Ham and they're easy. But I do believe this would be one of them easy games against West Ham.
I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to go 2-0. 2-0 Arsenal win.
I think we're smoking them.
I think we'll concede. I think
I think it's going to be a 4-1, 5-1. You know, 4-1, 5-1.
4-1, 5-1. Okay, what are you saying? What are you saying, Dawood?
I think with Rob Holding goal. I mean, not in goal. Sorry, Rob Holding at centre back. We'll definitely
He's basically
concede.
in goal sometimes.
Because I can't remember the last time we kept a clean sheet when Rob Holding was starting for
Mate,
us.
we need a golden glove, man. That's what we need.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I think Ramsdale's one behind Nick Pope. So
De Gea
he's
is behind us.
De Gea.
De Gea is
He's
behind
tied
us.
with
De
De
Gea.
Gea.
How has that happened? How has that
De Gea
happened?
is behind us.
United win a lot against 1-0 and 2-0.
True.
We don't.
And then
We
they
never
Because
win
of De
1-0.
Gea, though, let's be honest.
We're 3-0 up and then we're trying to get the fourth goal and then we concede. Or we're 2-0 up, we're trying to get the third goal. We're trying to get the goal difference. Man United
that's our
just having
thing.
the 3 points. That's like Man United's goal difference is like +7. And I
But I
was
think
like,
we'll leave with a
22.
clean sheet, though. I think we'll leave with a clean sheet.
I think Arsenal would rather win 4-1 and then like 2-0.
I think it's key we
Goal
win that
difference.
4-1. I think it's
Oh,
so
the goal
important.
difference is important.
Because
Goal
we'll be 7 behind Man City or 5.
I think it's 5.
It's become 5.
If we're 5, we have to beat Southampton and West Ham by a big score. Big
Yes.
score.
Yo,
What's the goal difference between us and City? Just
5.
curious.
Guys, you see you lot, yeah? Let me tell you this. We're not
5.
winning the league on goal difference. So forget all that goal
I said
difference
I'm
bollocks. Let me get my 3
curious.
points.
We
Let
might-
me get my
we
3
might.
points, bro.
If we
No,
lose against
brother, we're
City-
not. I'm telling you this right now. The league is not going to be won on goal difference. I'm
Okay,
telling
one
you
second,
now.
one second.
If you're
I
betting,
was
man.
just-
Man City won their
One
first Premier League
second, one
title
second.
against United on goal difference.
We got two set. We
No,
got
that's
two.
fine,
We
but
got
not this
two.
time.
We got 2 people here who are sitting on the fence. What are you saying, Conley? What are you saying, Sam?
All I was saying was, I'm just curious what our goal difference is with City. Then Kunle is coming up, going, no, we're not going
What's
to
the score prediction?
No, but
All I
what?
wanna
Why are
see
you
is our
curious,
team
Sammy?
is-
Why are you curious?
No, I'm curious because
Why
I
are you
want our
curious?
team to score bare goals. That's it.
What is this? Is this what's going on here? Why?
He wants to
I just
win.
want goals,
She-
innit? I just want goals.
No, I think she's under the impression that there might be a goal difference situation at the end of the
No,
season.
I
That's
didn't
what
know.
your comment gave me. I never
No.
said you said that, but that's the
True, fair
impression you
enough.
gave
But
me.
me, I know the situation. City, they've got a robot like,
Bro,
up front. I get
goal
it.
difference is basically another point.
Brother, I'm telling you this now, live on your channel. This title is not going to be won on goal difference, brother.
If
It's
we
going to be won
lose the
on
title by
points.
goal difference, what are you gonna say?
I'm coming for him, you know. I'm
Yeah,
coming
if
for
we
him.
lose the
Brother,
title, I'll come. I'll
with
get
me.
tickets
Look.
to Nigeria. I'll come to you, bro. If we lose the title on goal difference.
No
Yeah.
problem, bro. We're winning it on points,
Unless
man.
Dawood,
Points.
You know, there's a freaking flyer miles. Anyways, what's your score predictions?
I'm
Sam,
going to go. Oh, sorry, Sam, go.
Oh, I'm gonna go 4-0.
Okay,
Clean
so
sheet,
2
wow.
4-0s. What are you saying, Conley?
I think we're going to score all our goals in the first half, but it's going to be,
3-1.
and then relax second half. It's going to be a 3-1, man. I think we'll concede late in the second half. 3-1.
3-1.
That'll be a
What
convincing
Conley
goal.
just said there is that's our problem. I feel like
We do fall asleep.
we're on the throttle. A lot of the time we're on
Yeah.
the front foot. We get 2-0, and instead of thinking like Man City 5, 6, 7, We get to 3 and we think, you know what, calm it down now. Instead of going for more goals, you know what I mean?
Chelsea
But you
will
need to stop that mentality, especially coming into the title run. Like,
Exactly.
You've got to be playing full 90.
I want to see 8 goals between these 2 games, these next 2 games. 100%.
Chelsea will. You do realize
I want to see 6 points. That's what I care about.
You realize West Ham are a bigger beef with you than Arsenal. You do realize that, right? Like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, we got 3-1 in the chat. 5-1. What? Newcastle beat them 5-1.
That's what I'm saying. Newcastle smoked them
at home. At home. No, wait. Who did Leeds beat 5-1?
Leeds lost 5-1 to Palace.
Oh no, Leeds lost 5-1. Okay, yeah. West Ham lost 5-1 recently. Yeah,
Newcastle.
So and that was at home. So why can't we beat? Come on, man. Come on.
Exactly.
What was the last time we scored 5 goals away from home? I can't remember.
5 goals. Oh,
it's been a minute.
Didn't we score 5 goals away from home this season against somebody? Who was it? Bournemouth or no? How many?
No, Bournemouth 3-0.
Where did we not have a high scoring game away from home this season?
It was 4, but I can't remember which game it was.
Yeah, it was 4.
We never had a high scoring game away from home.
No, wait. Did we win a 5? So wait,
not this season. Not this season.
No,
not this season.
We're thinking of Sevilla.
At home, we had a lot of high scoring games. We know about the Aston Villa game that ended 4 something. Brighton was
at home. At home, won. But Brighton was 4-2 or something. 4-3.
Yeah, Forest 5-0. 5-0 at Forest.
Yes,
Forest.
No, that was at home. 5-1.
Game. That was a home
5-0 at Forest. Okay, that was
that was 5-1. 5-1.
No, the Forest.
They didn't score against us, bro.
Forest was 5-0. Forest was 5-0,
bro.
Was it 5-0? Wow.
It was 5-0.
Yeah, but you said away from home. To be fair,
I can remember that game like yesterday. Me and Babs were just kicking it. But let's continue. We got to talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. Gravenberch is not getting game time at Bayern. Gravenberch is not getting game time at Bayern, and the rumor has it that Arsenal are big admirers. The reason why Paul Joyce is the one that's tweeting this out, because Liverpool are now turning their attention to Gravenberch after they've missed out on Jude Bellingham. Basically, Liverpool are only willing to pay 80 million for Jude Bellingham reportedly, and Jude Bellingham is going to cost closer to 120. So that is not going to happen. So Liverpool's top journalist has reported that Arsenal are admirers of Ryan Gravenberch, or however you pronounce his name, who is struggling to get game time at Bayern at this moment in time after moving from Ajax in the summer. He moved on a free transfer, by the way. So this is the reason why it was mentioned originally, is because Klopp has all of our targets as the new Declan Rice. I mean, he has Declan Rice, Caicedo, Barella, and Gravenberch and Nunes as his alternatives to Jude Bellingham. And Arsenal are also interested in Rice, Caicedo, and Gravenberch, right? And then the final thing, it says here that Arsenal are eyeing a potential move for Ryan Gravenberch. According to Sky Germany, the reporter, I'm not going to pronounce his name, says that the Gunners are keeping their eye on the scenario with Munich, with the views to make a move during the summer transfer window. The Dutch midfielder is showing that he's struggling to play at Bayern, and Arsenal could lure him away. Only joined Bayern Munich, and summer fee of 18 million. Arsenal would have to pay 16 million and could land him for a similar price. Would be a wonderful bargain. Imagine. This would be a player who could play behind Granit Xhaka or potentially rotate and take his spot in the future.
So is he a Xhaka replacement?
He would be a Xhaka.
We need to work out. Yeah. He would be a Xhaka. We need someone that's better than him. Is he better than Xhaka? Would you say?
Not for
me.
Very young. He's very young.
Not for me though.
Like, do we need
with
another...
Arteta behind him? Within a season, he'll be better than Xhaka.
No, but we're going to the Champions League. We're challenging for the Premier League next season.
But this is.
We need...
But for me, Dowd, you're right. You're right about that. But for me, you'd have to sign him and a Caicedo or a Rice. Yeah.
It can't just be him. It can't just be him at all.
Yeah, he's 20 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget that. He's 20 years old.
And do Bayern really want to let go of him? Or do they want to send him out on loan?
Yeah, but he's not playing games, man.
And he's upset.
Guys, we still got La Conga, don't forget.
But
I've forgotten, bro. I've forgotten. Long forgotten, bro.
Forget about La Conga. But what are we saying? Ryan Gravenberch, what are you saying?
I'm like Dawood. I think we're in Champions League next season. Like I don't want them players where it's a bit like I'm not sure. I want players that are coming in and it's
Yeah.
like bang, like Caicedo, Rice, them type of players where it's like we're good now because we now where we are in the league, we're doing this without players like that. Next season, you add a Caicedo, a Rice, maybe another winger or another defender.
Start challenging.
I want quality, like
No,
City.
but
when City
But
take
Matt,
off a
we
player,
need two. Don't you think
Sorry,
we need
Matt.
two
We do need
CMs
two.
though? Centre
yeah,
midfield.
but then I think Arsenal's plan is next season they're gonna bring back people like Patino and bring him like into the squad and stuff like that. I'm not saying he's gonna be in Gravenberch's position, but we're gonna have players coming through our academy and stuff like that. I just don't. I want better.
Forget all that, bro.
I want better. I want better.
That's a forget.
Like big up Patino, yeah. You see Patino, yeah. Big him up, yeah. But if he can't break into the side because there's players better than him, I don't care. He's not ready for Arsenal. I don't care about all that sentimental bollocks anymore, man. Someone told me let's not sign this player because it will stunt someone's growth. I don't care if he's good enough to start. Buy him and we can afford him. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not a player fan.
I'm concerned the fact he's not getting game time at Bayern, and then you want to come here and you want to. No, I don't want that. I want ready-made players.
What about Zinchenko and Jesus, bro?
Yeah, but they were in this league though. They were already in this league.
Some of our best players recently were not getting game time at Barcelona, Real Madrid. Came to us and our best players, Alexis Sanchez.
But then remember those players, they still needed a season to kind of work on their game.
Yeah, Odegaard did still need a season.
Odegaard needed that low move.
Yeah.
For me, Trossard has shown.
Sammy, you got me there.
You buy within the league. Trossard has shown us. You go and get a Rice, you get a Caicedo, a Mitoma, anyone like that. You need players that are doing it now. Yeah, see this.
Yeah, that's the difference between Arteta and Wenger. He always signs Arteta, not always, but most of his signings are Premier League proven players. Wenger was not signing Premier League proven players. He was signing foreigners that needed a season, 2 season, 3 seasons to. But what Arteta's doing is like he's seeing players playing for teams like Brighton, West Ham, or a Southampton, or those or Nottingham Forest. And then these guys they've played in the Premier League for 2-3 years. It's like when they come, they'll know this. They know the system, not system, but they know the Premier League. They know the culture, everything. So I watched Caicedo against Tottenham. Against Tottenham. This guy, he's special.
No, but Dowd, I would love to get. If you told me we can afford to get Caicedo and Rice this summer, I'll snatch your hand at it. But we're Arsenal, bro. We're never gonna do that big amount.
Can I tell you guys something? Can I tell you guys something? It was only a year ago. This guy was 19, and people are saying the most obvious, talented, most complete midfielder of his generation. That's what people are saying. A 19-year-old coming out of Ajax, they're saying he's the most complete midfielder of his age group and generation. They're saying this is a generational talent. They're saying he's a guy who's tall, 19 years old, physical stature, who's a box-to-box midfielder who can come into our team, add the physicality and the pace and power with the ability to get forward and get into the goal scoring.
They said the same about Dele Alli at Eagle, but I hear what you're saying.
It feels like everyone's generational talent.
I hear what you're saying.
Listen, I remember people picking up Yaya Sanogo. Like, come on, that's
anyone can hype.
Vincent Kompany
but guys,
no Congo the next Yaya Toure. So it's like
he said he was a mix between Yaya and De Bruyne. Like I ain't seen that. I ain't seen that yet.
Like,
but look, in terms of Gravenberch, though, guys, honestly, I was scouting him from Ajax, bro. He is a baller. He is levels. But the Bayern team, like. They've got loads of players that were already levels that were stalemates in the side anyway, so he's just not given a chance. It's the same thing that happened to what's that Portuguese guy that went to Bayern? Sanchez. Yeah, like they kind of stunted his career, but obviously he went to Lille, won the league, whatever. He's just injury prone, that guy. So Gravenberch is a baller. And he's gonna be on that diet, that Bayern diet. So he's gonna come to Arsenal, head ready. You get me? I'm for it.
Did you hear what happened about Mane punching? Sani
punching.
Yeah. Mane
punched bro. The Bayern dressing room is feisty.
But finally, everyone in the comment section, everyone here, is it a yes or a no? On the 20-year-old, are you taking a 20 million pound gamble? Are you taking it? I'm doing it. I don't know about you guys. I think the talent level and the ability to unlock this guy.
What's his best position, Egal?
Bro, his initial position is an 8. He's an 8.
Okay, you have an 8.
Doesn't matter. He's a 20-year-old 8 that can
We
come in
have
and
two
be a better-
8s.
He could be. You know how Matteo Guendouzi came into our team and was just like, you know what? We're surprised how this guy is 10 times better than him.
Hated that guy. I hated that guy.
Hey,
Guys,
we'll leave the
I think
Guendouzi
we're
one for
being
another
spoiled
stream,
now.
innit? Because
I think we're being spoiled now. I think we're being spoiled now, bro. We're gonna talk about.
I'm taking him as long as he's one of two.
I think Kunle did say, and Dawood, if we sign him, it's him and a Caicedo or him and a Rice. It can't. If it's just him, big problems. We need him and someone. Then I'll be happy because then our bench looks good. We look like we got a big solid squad, but it has to be two. Has to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Facts.
Fair enough. You know what? We're gonna forget about the right back. There's no need to talk about him. There's rumors about Balogun getting sold. Now, before we move on to anywhere else, I just need to ask you guys: if you're selling Balogun, how much are you selling him for? Because teams are coming to us asking for 40 million. I'm laughing at that.
He should be going for like 55, 60. What?
We say that, but he's got
60
2 years.
A bit
He's
wild,
got 2 years
man.
left in his
50,
contract.
50.
Bro, they're
No,
trying.
I'm adding inflation. I don't care. I'm adding inflation.
And when was the last time we sold someone that we don't sell well? Like every club knows we don't.
We need to change it at some point, though. We
don't have to sell.
40
I'd sell him for 40 million plus a buyback clause. I put a buyback clause on it.
No, he definitely has to have a buyback. He definitely has to have a buyback.
I want the sell-on clause because you know.
Nah, I want the buyback, bro. I want the buyback.
I want to sell on.
Yeah, first dibs.
Bro, if Jonathan David is sold by Lille, they want to replace him, and so do RB Leipzig also want him. So if it's a situation where we have a bidding war, I say the first person to pay 65 million and give us a buyback clause.
65, that's impossible, bro.
Bro,
the guy
is eating. The guy is eating.
He's potentially okay. People, let me know in the chat what you guys think. Am I crazy for saying I want 65?
He's balling, but he's balling in League bro. Come on,
but that's just add-on.
He's balling. He is balling, but he's balling in League.
For me personally,
he's 65, man. 65, bro.
You have to look at it. You have to look at it. How much did Osimhen go from Lille to Napoli when he was balling in the French league? He went for like 80 million, I swear. Something crazy.
I think minimum 50. Minimum 50, but I personally would keep him. I'd let Eddie go. I'd let Eddie go.
Thank you, Matt. I'd let Eddie go as well. And
the reason why I'd let Eddie go, when you watch with Martinelli struggled playing with Eddie, and you could see it. As soon as Jesus has come back, we're seeing the best of Martinelli. And if you watch Balogun play, he has them off the ball runs, the finishing. I think Eddie's just sometimes he's
We're
just
not selling Eddie. Leave him alone, man.
When David Ornstein says he has nothing.
Eddie's answered the calls, but now it's time for him to.
Thank you, Kunle.
Yeah, you guys say that. You guys say that.
Yeah, it's time to start. Big him up, bro. Big him up. But it's time to cash in now. Time to cash in.
Listen, I've bigged up Eddie. Eddie saved. Look at last season.
One second. Listen to this. Balogun, this is what he wants, though. If this is what he wants, we're not going to be able to give that to him. Balogun wants to continue his operation as a first choice striker and would like nothing more than to do that at Arsenal. But still, given senior contracts like Jesus and Eddie Nketiah, is unlikely to happen. That is what David Ornstein reported today. Then you have another report coming here saying Balogun is near 2-year deal. Nearly has 2 years on his last deal until 2021. Doesn't plan on extending it any further, obviously, and feeling towards Arsenal, but rather the situation. I honestly do believe he's going to leave. But then here's another report saying Lille are interested in Balogun, an ideal replacement for Jonathan David. Jonathan David's reportedly going to be sold for around 65 million, reports are saying. So at this moment in time, reports are coming out that other clubs also want him. I seen a report where Leipzig were also another club that was interested in Balogun. And if he leaves England and he goes to America, he's gonna have another marketing tool there. So I really do believe Arsenal are going to wait until he makes his international decision in the summer. And then once he's an American international, that's going to be another thing where we can sell him for a little bit more. But hey, I personally think it's not ridiculous to say a sell-on clause or a clause, or you know what I mean, a buyback clause or something. Something like that in the clause where it's like we make some money off the back of the next deal, but for the first deal, 45 mil, 40 mil. Are you guys thinking that's fair?
Yeah, I think
50.
so.
Yeah.
And
50.
I'm sure I answer for all of you
50.
guys. It feels good to have a player where suddenly we're talking about 40 mil because it's been a long damn time.
Been a
The
minute.
amount of times we sell a player, 8.5 mil they've gone for, and then they go on for another. You look at what's that guy, the one I saw him play for
Or we
AC
terminate their
Milan?
contract at the end.
Who's the guy who played for
Listen,
AC today?
Guys are saying I'm making up words. Isn't there?
AC Milan.
Am I not mistaken?
Benacer.
When I say yeah.
Am I not mistaken?
Benacer,
Isn't there
yeah.
such thing as a sell-on clause? Didn't
No, there is.
didn't that team get something with
you-
Enzo
Are you,
Fernandez?
are you sure that's the word that he's referring to, though?
I'm sure.
What word are you referring to? What word did I make up?
Yeah, just ask him that. Ask him that. Yeah.
No, there is a salon. There is a salon clause one. There is. I'm sure.
Bro, I think I'm making up words now. I don't know what's going on.
No.
I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Chelsea Will's just triggered by his team, bro. He held another L today, man. Like, give him something to smile about. That's all.
The final segment of the day is actually hilarious. You guys are gonna laugh a little bit because we keep getting linked to this guy. Why do we keep getting linked to this guy? He's never gonna join Arsenal, but we keep getting linked to him. It's actually so stupid. The Crystal Palace winger.
I'm so tired
Again?
of Zaha. I'm so tired.
I thought that died when we signed
Bring
Trossard,
Zaha to the Emirates. Bring him.
To do what?
Bro, why do we keep getting linked to
You can play
Zaha?
anywhere.
Died when
You
we
can play
signed
across the top three.
Trossard, bro.
Why do we keep getting linked to Zaha? It's annoying.
Listen, I swear it's because it's that video. There was a video of him when he was in that club that time, and it was like, join Arsenal.
my God.
And he was like, yeah.
You don't want to take him as a free agent? Free agent?
Huh? Nah.
No. I would have taken him last summer. Let me not lie to you, Dad. I would have taken him last summer, but because I believe he's prem proven and he can play across the front three.
And he's only 30.
The fact that we signed, but the fact that we've signed Trossard, there's no point in signing him now. For me.
Bring me the other
Sign
winger.
someone young.
Bring your Elise.
Imagine
I'll take
Zaha
Elise.
to-
I'll take Elise as Saka's understudy.
Elise, I'll take.
Elise,
Imagine
100%.
Arteta working with Elise. That would be a madness. You know.
Let me
how
ask
him
you guys a
bro.
question. Let me ask you guys a question. Wilfried Zaha at Arsenal as a backup to Saka. Does that even
He's
make
not
sense?
backing up anything.
You can't play on the right. You can't play on the right.
Mm-mm.
Does that
He
even
said
make
he
sense?
Yeah, exactly. No,
can't play on the
right.
nothing
That makes
about this move makes sense anymore.
He's
It's
not going to
not
play.
happening.
We've got Trossard. It is no backup. He needs to just back up.
Let me ask you guys a question. Who do you think would be better served for us as a Saka backup for the next couple of years? Would you rather have Zaha or would you rather have Reece Nelson? I'd rather give Reece Nelson a new deal.
Nelson.
No. I'd rather have Zaha than Reece Nelson.
Okay,
Bro.
now you said that Zaha over Nelson for me. Yeah.
Bro, what kind of comparison is that, you got, man?
I know, you know what I mean?
Listen,
Like, come on,
listen,
everyone's
No,
picking
because
Zaha.
there's rumors that
man.
we might
Come on,
offer
bro.
Reece
all I
Hey,
have
Sammy,
to
you're
say
mocking taking
one
Nelson.
second.
You're
One second.
mocking
All I
him.
have to
Huh?
say is
Are you crazy?
Nelson.
You're mocking.
Nelson
You
this
said
season-
Nelson.
Nelson this season, he's 23 years old. In 4 games, he has 5 GA. Okay, he's come on and he's been impactful for those games, and he's helped us out massively. Right, I
Bro,
would give
Christopher
him-
Ray scored 6 goals in the 1998 double winning
Hear
season.
me out.
bro.
Hear me
He
out.
wasn't. He
Hear me
wasn't
out.
a baller, bro.
Hear me out. The money.
And yes,
the
I
money
was
that-
alive then.
The money that we'd be looking to give a Zaha, or like the wages that we'd be looking to give a Zaha, I personally believe we can give a portion of that to Nelson, and we can go and get another forward that is versatile, that can play, that's a little bit bigger and taller, that can
agree.
give us a plan B. We don't
I'm
need
not
to
gonna
go
lie.
get.
This is what I would say. In terms of if the only way Reece Nelson gets a contract for me, if somehow he gets me 6 more GA for the rest of the season, then I'll give him a contract. Otherwise, this is a great swan song for him. Hopefully, he signs out with a Premier League title. All this sentimental thing, it died when Wenger left. I don't have it anymore. Please, I beg, free me.
Okay, anyone
That comment
else?
killed me.
Dawood, what are you saying?
I'm not giving Reece a new contract. Well, we need to stop turning into a sympathy club where we just give players contract because of like their loyalty towards the club, and like we gave Elneny a contract, 1-year extension because okay, he's a senior player and we need him around the club. But we can't stop giving our contract left, right, and centre. Reece Nelson, yeah, he did a good job. He scored a win against Bournemouth.
Incredible.
But next season, Champions League, Premier League. Do you want Reece Nelson starting for you in the Champions League? No way. Like,
But you
Unless he
haven't
scores
given him consistent starts
six
to do
GA
anything.
between in the next 8 games,
but
I'll sign him.
but
Other than that,
what if Zaha gets it? I mean, what if Bukayo Saka gets a 6-month injury? He does his ACL or something, and you got Reece Nelson starting for you week in week out. Then you'll know the difference in quality. Like you'll see the massive drop off. Like he technically is good, but he can never stay fit. Like he had that chance when he before after the World Cup. We had that pre-season, and he was doing well before the World Cup, and then he did his hamstring, or he had an injury against Juventus in that mini pre-season after the World Cup, and then that was his time to go again, and then he was out for 2 months, and it's like the guy can play well, but he can never be consistent. That's his problem. His consistency.
He needs to get conditioned.
2017, like come on, like he's not a guy that just recently been in the club. He's been at Arsenal when he was 17. He's had many chances, and yeah, we need to let him go, man. He might do well somewhere else, but. No,
1 second. Where did we waste 100 million? I'm confused. Oh, is he talking about Pepe?
No, I think these guys are having a thingy. I don't know.
Oh, they're talking about Mudryk and Pepe.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
We love talking about Pepe, you know.
I forgot we still had Pepe. Flip it.
Pepe bang goals, bro. This Mudryk ain't scored a goal, and they're still comparing the two.
Brother, Pepe's done better than Jadon Sancho, my guy.
Thank you.
Let's not get that twisted. I don't want to hear no Man U fans talking shit.
I know, but I've been watching Pepe. I watched Pepe the other week against PSG. Like, bro, this guy, don't bring him back to Arsenal. Don't bring him back to Arsenal. The amount of time he loses the ball, Arteta will pull his hair out because he cannot.
He was doing that at the Prem
is
already.
shocking. Yeah, I know. His ball retention is shocking.
You spent 10
and one
too
guy,
many seconds on
one
Pepe.
guy we need to go for.
Too many seconds
Lil
on Pepe.
midfielder Thuram. If you don't know him, he's 6'4".
No,
bro. I watched him against PSG. This guy, bro, in the next 3-4 years, you'll see him. He's 6'4". He's a midfielder. The way he glides past players. If we had him instead of Gravenberch in that number 8 position, bro, we need to go for him. He is quality, bro. Watch him, bro. He is amazing. Thuram.
Oh wait. The midfield Thuram, not the attacker.
Marcus.
Oh yeah, the midfield
No.
I knew he was thinking Marcus.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
He's got dreadlocks. He is quality.
He's live. Yeah, he's live.
Like wow. If we can get him 6'4" as well, like physical as well, man.
You know what? We're gonna wrap it up here before we go any further. Anybody got anything to say?
Let's just let's enjoy this title race.
Be patient, guys.
Bro, I can't enjoy any games anymore. It's like
Can I just say I don't know if you lot are like me, but before the season, I said top 4, and I was all good with that. And I said I'm all right. But now this club have got me dreaming, and I'm not liking it, man.
This is what Arsenal do to you. They give you hope.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
They give you hope.
Oh.
Hope kills.
It's painful.
We
and also, if they're gonna let me down,
see it through.
If they're gonna let me down, don't take me to that Newcastle and them last 2 games to break my heart. If you're gonna let me down, do it early so I can prepare myself. Kunle just laughing, you know, but nah.
What are you saying, Matt? Just lose to City. That's it. And then get it done. Yeah.
Just rip the bandage.
Let me know then. Let me know then. So them last 5 games, I clock out. If you're gonna take me to Wolves,
yo guys,
yeah,
I'm gonna end it off in a nice way. Champions League football is coming next season.
That's right.
Regardless, we're gonna be kicking it. You know what it is? We're gonna see Kunle at the parade. We're gonna see Sam at the parade. Once we win the league, we'll all link up. You know what it is?
No.
For now, let's just keep dreaming. And whenever I see Man City and I'm dreaming, let's just hope we're not doing those dream punches. Let's actually do real haymakers when we play them. You know what I mean? Anyways, I don't know if you guys even know what I'm talking about anymore, but let's keep it moving. I'm out of here, people. Have a good one. Big up Dawood, big up Matt, big up Sam, big up Kunle. Everyone's got their channels, and Sam's on Gold Diggers. If you guys don't know, Gold Diggers, one of the best female content out of this whole thing, the football thing, if you guys don't know, and one of the best upcoming content out there. We got Dawood, biggest TikToker out here for Arsenal, if you don't know him already. We got Matt, up and coming, doing his own podcast, and we got Nigel, the man with the reactions, doing it on several platforms. You already know what it is, man. Go check out all their contents. Their names are right there, and I'm going to make sure I put some stuff in the description also. We'll catch you guys next week.